we're ready to play ball now in Knoxville. It's Tennessee and Belmont. First pitch just now underway. Moved up to 5 o'clock Eastern. Some thunderstorms in the area. Push back 50 more minutes.
That's extremely efficient. Can add 2 more to that number.
Payoff pitch. Got him swinging. Sechrist opens up this ball game, striking out the side. The lefty, the midweek extraordinaire, his 3-2 pitch is on the way. Ahuna rips it right back up the middle. Base hit single to start the bottom of the first. Here in what is his junior year. High chopper from Burke. Another chance for 2 for Belmont. Can they turn it this time? They do. They failed on the first chance, but the second time around, it's a clean double play, and the 7 seniors honored for this Tennessee squad. 2-2 ripped right up the middle into the left center gap. That's going to get all the way to the wall. First base hit for Belmont. Sam Slaughter will double to lead off the second. Fires in the 1-2, strike 3 swinging. A huge punch out, fresh out of the pen for Bryce Jenkins as he went out there for his 3rd inning of work. There's the 1-2 right down the middle. Jenkins gets Tennessee out of another jam, leaves the go-ahead run stranded. There's the 3-2. That's away. It'll be ball 4. Christian Moore is on with 1 out. Switch hitter watches strike 3 called. Fantastic for Tennessee. 5 home runs on Friday night. Most that they've had in an SEC game this season. They were putting up crooked numbers in innings. 20 combined runs. Certainly was this time last week. Taylor stares at the 1-2. It misses. Both runners advancing as Moore breaks for 3rd. Scott's in at 2nd. 2 in this inning already. Here's the 3-2. Taylor lifts one well. Center field, but Clark should be there, but the wind pushes it down. It's going to drop. Taylor aboard and a run will score. Christian Moore touches home. Volunteers up 1. And the 3-2 misses upstairs. Ethan Payne will take the trot to first. That is the 3rd walk administered from Jalen Borders here in the inning. Ahuna down the first base line. Tricky maneuver for hitting, and it's going to roll all the way into the outfield. Taylor on his horse. He's in. It'll be an RBI double for Maui Ahuna. 2 for 2 start for the leadoff man. Keep track on what is around Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Inslee, shot into left field, dropping on a dive is Blessinger. What a play. He saves 2 runs and gets Belmont out of the inning. What a play. Only 2 innings have been played. Tennessee leads by 3. It's not a complete game until you play 5 innings, or at least the team that is trailing has played their 5th frame at the plate offensively. Will not come back out. That's where Bimby takes over. Rip from Harden down the left field line. That's going to be a base hit and be extra bases with it. Hard stop at 3rd is Clark. It'll be 2 in scoring position for the Bruins, fresh off the delay.
Making solid throws off of ground balls.
Strike 3 called as Bimby fires in the fastball for the first out of the inning. 0-2 to Mason Landers. That's down the middle. That's strike 3 called. Back-to-back punch-outs. Backward Ks for Jacob Bimby. That's going to miss for ball 4. So the bases loaded for Belmont now with 2 outs in the inning. On the ground, and that's through into right field. Base hit for Belmont. 1 will score. Clark is in. Here comes Harden to the plate. He's in without a slide. 2 for Belmont with 2 outs in the 3rd. They bring things within a run. In the right-hand side of the box. Rips one towards the right center gap, going towards back at the trap. That's going to take 1 hop off the wall. 1 scores to tie the game, and Heaton rounding 3rd and taking the lead comes Slaughter. The Bruins out in front. On 2nd, with Blake Barton standing in. Rip from Barton out to center field, tracking back, and on the run is Inslee. He makes the play, and Zach Joyce needs just a trio of pitches. And the Bruins struck for 4 in the top of the 3rd, but quickly opening up here the home half of the inning. Blake Burke a single. Stand back up. 0-1 start to him. That's a line drive on the ground, scooped up by Kirkpatrick, hustling to second for 1, over to first. What a play to turn 2. Zane Ditton a rimp. That's deep center field. Tracking back is Clark at the wall. A leap. He won't get there. 2-run shot for Zane Ditton. Volunteers back on top.
You love to see that right after something crazy happens, like Christian Moore getting hit in the head.
3-2 to Scott. Swung through it. That's the final out here in the third for 2 innings, except it was a lot earlier in the game. Jeff Clark's going to poke this one out towards right field. That drops in for another Belmont base hit as they run their total up to 5 now.
I think so. I mean, the storm that we saw.
That ball is going to get to the backstop as well. So just like that, Jeff Clark is 90 feet away after the single. Look to tie this game up. Pitch home. Got him. Joyce. Huge punch out for the second out of the inning. Payoff pitch. Rando in play. Third base way. Didn't on a dive, but can't handle it. Belmont ties up the game. 1-2 for Joyce. Got him. Taylor rip over to shortstop on the move. Kirkpatrick has it on the line. Another ridiculous play for the shortstop. For this dramatic midweek game, almost halfway through, getting close. They're right in the hunt. There's a strikeout. 500 in conference play. Maui Ahuna, good shot, heading left center. That's going to drop in. 2-out base hit. That's the 4th for this Volunteer team. It's going to be another double for Maui Ahuna. 3-hit effort. Tim's a look back at second. Fires it in. Inslee down the line. It's going to give Tennessee the lead. Ahuna trots into home. More 2-out offense for the Volunteers. Get guys on. Obviously, you don't want to leave that many on and not score any runs. A lot different story today. Blake Burke, a slow dribbler off the end of the bat. Really good play over from Landers at third. 0-2, ripped into right field. Leadoff base hit for Brody Heaton. He's aboard. Another hit for Belmont. They continue to see the ball well since the rain delay. That's number 7 for the team. And the 3-2 got him. Good pitch from Fanning. Do it again. This time the fastball has Blessinger chasing and missing. Fanning got him, rung him up, 3 straight Ks. Merritt off the handle, down the right field line, base hit. Should go for extras as Slaughter collects it. Sliding in is Merritt, he's safe. Full count pitch is outside, and for the 3rd time, Christian Moore is aboard. Good rip, right field, that's going to get down. Another base hit for Tennessee. That's number 9 as a team. Merritt's going to score all the way from second. Add on another run for Tennessee. South Carolina, final regular season series, as taking off to second goes Christian Scott. 2 in scoring position. It won't matter. It's ball 4.
Get him out there as much as he can. It's really good to have him back, and you know he's so good defensively.
Down the count, 1-2. That time Ahuna's going to strike out. First time he is retired. Great job from Cade Gransnow. Their Saturday win. Kirkpatrick kick off the inning at the plate. Hollis Fanning. 2-2 from Fanning. How about 5 straight strikeouts for Hollis Fanning out of the pen? 1-2. There is 6 straight for Hollis Fanning. Silencing the Bruins in the 6th. The side is struck out in order. South Carolina squad that hasn't been playing their best baseball of late. Well, Blake Burke right down the line. That's going to be a base hit, roll all the way to the corner. Dangerous swing for the power lefty. He's going to take the hard turn and head for 3. Relay not in time. A stand-up triple for Blake Burke. First pitch, he puts it in play. It's going to score a run, picked up from Landers. It's out number 2, but chalk up another RBI, Griffin Merritt. All 6 since, gone down via the punch-out. Add a 7th to the mix. Hollis Fanning, elite numbers out of the pen. 1-2, that's ripped for a base hit. That is going to end what was 8 straight retired Bruins from Hollis Fanning, and it's from the man in Brody Heaton who got the hit off of Fanning in the 5th. Pop tie, Slaughter Foul territory, will it stay in play? Denton is over, he's got it. Out number 3, it's gonna strand a runner. Christian Scott leads things off. A ropes base hit down the line. For sure extra bases. Scott, he's got wheels. He'll make the turn for third. Another stand-up triple for the Vols. Christian Scott, another base hit for him. Stark on the 1-2. That's high. Is it deep enough? Clark underneath it. Scott, again, good speed, is going to be running. Clark to throw in. It's not going to be in time standing up. Is Christian Scott sacrifice fly for Cal Stark. He did his job. Big weekend coming for the Bruins as Ahuna puts a charge into one. That's high left center. There to make the catch is Clark. In the regular season, again, Volunteers are hoping to make that push to host as Ryan Miller starts bottom of the 8th effort with a strikeout.
Well, you have to think about, you know, what these athletes are preparing for. They're about to leave, head on the road to South Carolina.
And get a win in the win column. Jaslove skies one high, veering foul territory. And the play's going to be made by Landers. So that is the third out in the bottom of the 8th. And now Tennessee does walk out of the dugout as if to signify victory. So we have hit the drop dead time. That'll do it. Tennessee ends it in the bottom of the 8th. Home team, they prevailed the Storms and got the victory.